Hello and welcome to Kugamon. In this video, I'll be walking you through the Kugamon Account Contact Sync app available for free on the AppExchange. Let's see why this app alone is in over 2,000 production orgs and in over 15,000 different sandboxes. Let's dive right into a scenario. When you create a quote in Kugamon, Kugamon will pull from the account's address and the account's additional account info record to fill in the address and contact fields, which is very helpful for the sales rep. But let's say that during the sales process, the sales rep finds out that the contact billing personnel has changed. So they proceed to make that update on the quote level. When they click save, you will notice that the bill to gets immediately updated to the appropriate billing address tied to the new contact billing personnel, in this case, Jacob. Now, this is because the Kugamon Account Contact Sync app has been installed in this org. Now, this is very helpful not only for these situations, but also for scenarios where you have a lead, you convert it into a contact. Sometimes that contact might not have an address. Well, if that contact was actually associated to an account already in your org with address information and you had the account contact sync app installed, that contact that's just been converted will have the appropriate address information synced onto their record. Let's explore a few more scenarios. I'm going to click to open this account record and just scroll down to locate the address. So let's say that this particular company, they moved. So they just moved to another street, and so they're now on lane instead of drive. I make that update on the account level. I click save, and you'll see here the shipping address is automatically changed because I have the account contact sync app. Now, if for any reason I just remove all these fields within the shipping address, click save, the account contact sync app will just populate it immediately based upon the billing address. Now, what if you have a different billing and shipping address? That can still be honored. So let's say the billing address is correct, but the shipping address is actually drive. I can make that change and it will be honored just as is. Let's go now to actually viewing the Account Contact Sync app, and we're going to locate and click on the Contact Address Manager button here at the top of the account record. Now, what we're looking at is the billing, shipping, and phone number information tied to Edge Communications. And if I scroll down, we're going to see all of the contacts related to Edge Communication. And what you can do straight from this view is, let's say that I want to update Rose because she is the contact buying personnel. I can just click on her name, as you see here, and her street currently says 333 Sunshine Lane. I can proceed to clicking on this update selected button, and what you'll notice right away is her mailing street gets updated in real time. And this is going to be based on the billing information because she's the contact buying personnel. So it's very helpful for these situations. Additionally, if you are importing data from one org to another, or from one CPQ solution to another, or maybe you just have a lot of contacts, what we'd recommend for your situation is to click on this Export CSV button, which will allow you to edit a CSV directly on your computer, make all of the changes necessary, and then when you're ready, you can then import that CSV via the data loader and then have all of your updated information nicely organized and efficiently done. Now, how do you go about installing this app into your org? Well, let's go back to our page within the AppExchange. From here, just click on Get It Now. You'll need to log in. And then click Allow. After you followed all those appropriate steps, let's proceed to clicking on the gear icon and opening Setup. Then within the quick find, type Installed, click on Installed Packages, then scroll down and locate Kugamon Account Contact Sync and click on the Configure link. Next, you're going to see a similar screen as you see here on my end. And from here, you're going to be able to see step by step what you'll need to do to efficiently install the Account Contact Sync. And don't worry, you can always reference this video again easily here. But in step 1, you will see that you have all of these various fields. You can dive into how the sync logic works, or if you're ready, you can click on Start Sync Process and just click on Initialize. Now this will just take a quick moment, or it will be very, very fast. And what the system will do is just make sure to check all of your related contact and address fields and update them accordingly, especially ones that might be blank. Now that you have done step 1, you're going to see this is showing complete. So then we want to go to step 2. So here you're going to need to manually go and update your page layouts. So we do have steps on what you'll need to do to just make sure that you add the Contact Address Manager button to your page layout. So it's essentially adding this button here to your appropriate page layout so that your users can jump right into the Account Contact Sync app. Now, once you've done that, you do want to click on complete, and then you'll also see this green banner letting you know it's complete. And then you're on to step 3, which this will allow you to give your end users power to disable the Account Contact Sync app for individual records. So that may or may not make sense for you, but this is where you're going to control that. If you do want to allow that, then you just click save. If you do not want to enable that, you can always toggle this disabled, then click save, but figure that out for yourself, whatever makes the most sense, and make sure you click enabled. Now the 4th step here are additional controls that it's just best recommended that you go through them. So in our case here, we do not have the disable all accounts contact sync enabled, but we do have the additional 2 toggles here enabled. So we do not want the account's main phone number to then sync into the contact's phone number. And we don't want the account's main fax number to sync and override the contact's fax number. So we have those turned off, but again, see what makes the most sense for you. And when you're all done, click Save Settings. Next, we're on to step 5, and this is another manual step which will ask you to modify your appropriate page layout to make sure you can just minimize any potential orphaned contacts. Now, we do have the steps that you'll need to take to do this, and you can jump right to updating your contacts page layout by clicking on this link here. But when you're done, click Mark Complete, and then you'll see on your screen that you have all green buttons, and you'll also see that your setup progress is all complete. So this really helps guide you through every single step. But just in case you still have questions, we're always here to help. Feel free to send us your inquiry directly within Kugamon Central or send your email to support@kugamon.com. And as always, we thank you for tuning in and we look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.